Alright, sorry about the little technical glitch, folks, but now we're back into the game. Just 3 minutes in now, but nothing's really happened so far. Score is at 0, gold is just about the same. Had a pretty standard jungle, bit of dancing early game, but now we've got Anivia doing a bit of damage onto a colleague. But this is nothing more than the usual trading in mid lane early game. Malphite looks to be going in for a gank here on Akali. It looks like it might be successful too, with Anivia getting that stun down. Akali is just dancing around inside that invisibility sphere, and Malphite is going to wheel her, but not enough damage to do anything with. And, Graves Leona pushed up quite far bottom lane. Corki and Tarek falling back to their turret to alleviate some damage done to them. Get some farm on the adults as well. Renekton Irelia looks like it's in Aurelia's favor. She's farming under tower with a 1 level advantage right now, and with a bit of mana over Renekton. Renekton can turn things around pretty quickly.
We actually already saw Renekton go B and pick up the cloth armor.
Oh, really?
So he's going to be able to trade off with Irelia and kind of take that advantage. Irelia's going to have to play careful for right now.
Got Shen lurking around middle lane right now with double buffs. And Anivia's just playing safe, and Shen's headed back. He's not going to waste too much time lurking around a lane for a gank. Anivia's going to be safe for now. Oh, Shen's going to break that and head bottom lane as Graves and Leona pushed out a bit far. Both of them are exposed by that phosphorus from Corki, and Shen's going to be coming up behind bottom lane here.
This is really dangerous, as you can see.
Tarek's so low, and here comes Shen. Let's see what he can do. Potshots is quite low. Potshots is going to go down here. No, he's going to flash out, but he's got an exhaust. Shen in a hot pursuit now. Zenith Blade from Leona going to stop Shen in his tracks, and he's going to dash. Oh my god, Leona's just barely going to get out of there against Shen. Is Shen going to dive, though? No, he can't do quite enough damage. But now Malphite and Anivia on the scene. Are they going to turn this around? Tarek walks himself straight into a trap. He's going to go down. First blood going to Anivia. Now Corki in a bad place as well, as two in the pooper, as Malphite going to take him down for a kill. And Shen might go down here as well to Anivia, who's in hot pursuit just behind this dragon pit, and Shen's going to just dash out of there. But that was a good turnaround by Red Team. Graves and Leona just about going down, but instead turning it into 2 kills in their favor. Such a good play there by Anivia from mid lane.
That's exactly what they needed to do. I mean, that Corki preemptively engaged. He should have waited for Shen to come down prior, but that's what happens at times.
Yeah, you can't know everything about what's going to happen, and Red Team just played their cards flawlessly and were able to come out with a huge advantage from that. I don't think, they didn't lose a single player in that turnover, and now they have 2,000 gold up on the blue team, and they're just pushing their advantage now. Anivia's going to get some free farm. Akali's out of lane, and Anivia's 6 already. Oh, I guess Akali's 6 too, so that doesn't make any difference.
Akali actually hit 6 prior to Anivia. The thing I'm worried about is, despite Renekton being able to harass Irelia up top, he's actually having some troubles getting that last hitting down, as Irelia is opening with Phage.
Now Akali's got a bit of free time in lane. She's going to do some pushing. Actually going to rotate down, just around a bit, checking that bush. And Tarek's headed back bot lane. He's warded Dragon, so he's got eyes on the situation there. But now out-leveled by Graves, bottom lane. So let's see what blue team is going to do here. Just pushing ever so slightly, but Graves is getting his farm back. He's sitting at 55 CS to Corki's 34, so there's a big difference there so far, and if Graves can keep it up, that's going to turn into a large gap. But Zenith Blade coming out from Leona onto Corki. Corki's got a Valkyrie out of that situation, and Potshot's going to break off from that engagement there, going back to farming. But Corki's playing fast and loose, and Leona's just punishing him for it.
I'm actually really surprised that when Tarek warded Dragon, he started heading up to blue buff and saw that it was up, yet he didn't ward it. At least he should have tried to get the timer down correctly so that they could go for that invade at a later point in time.
Leona's now just dropping a ward tri-bush. Both teams know what's going on in there. Leona's going to come around with the Zenith Blade onto Corki. Nice. Graves going to dash and land a buckshot. Just about finish Corki off. There he goes. Potshot's going to get a frag onto BXX Rams. And now Tarek alone in lane against Corki, or Graves and Leona. My mistake. Leona's going to head back though. She's awful low on health, and that's not a good situation for her to be in. Shen lurking around mid lane, and Anivia doing some warding. Looks like Anivia's going to try and steal Wraith Camp. I think Shen's already cleared it. Anivia's just going to ult it to death. And Shen just arrives there a split second too late to get any of the CS.
We have Malphite heading top, but Renekton is caught. He's not going to be able to make it out of there.
Boom. There's that Malphite ult. Renekton goes down really quickly to Vankara. Good play top lane. It looks like Malphite in the jungle is sort of covering all his bases. I've seen him in all 3 lanes already this game, and he's been crucial in a lot of kills so far. He's sitting at only 2 assists though out of 4 kills.
And Malphite's taking ability of his, or taking advantage of his ability to clear jungle.
Shen's coming up against Aurelia and Malphite here. He's got a ward, but he's going to back off. He tries to smite blue, but no, Malphite's going to get it instead. And now Akali's coming around in a bad situation. She's split off from Shen. Shen's coming up behind Malphite, and Malphite's got to get out of there. Aurelia has to run really quickly as well. And hopefully Anivia's going to come from mid lane to back them up. Yeah, here she is. Going to drop a wall behind Aurelia, I believe. That dash was all she needed to get away, and there was a kill bottom lane I missed there, and that's Graves going to take down Tarek, and Corki is so low on health, but Graves and Leona are also equally low. One lucky rocket from Corki could end either of their lives, I think.
Expect to see a Shen ult when there's an engage coming up, because Shen does have that now, and I don't know if Graves and Leona know that yet.
Could be, but I think both of them are too low to think about engaging underneath that turret anyway. Yeah, and they're backing as well. Now we see Anivia moving in on mid lane. But ooh, wow! What just happened there?
Corki definitely should have used his ultimate, his rockets, in order to kind of poke in that bush, rather than
just face check and dive in, or tiny bit of action mid lane. Malphite's double buffed, so he's got control over both blues. So you see Anivia wearing one of her own, and Akali's trying to get some CS, but Malphite's just zoning her off mid lane here. Aurelia doing some damage onto Renekton. Malphite's headed up top to help her out as well, but Renekton has a ward placed right here in the river, and he's going to see Malphite coming onto him, so he's going to get out of there. He doesn't want to get caught behind enemy lines again like he did before. Now we see Tarek rewarding Dragon, but Anivia rotating towards bottom lane, warding that red buff.
We see Shen coming top, and I'm not sure they know that Malphite is still here, but expect Malphite to move into lane bush as soon as Aurelia, and there he goes.
Now Aurelia engaging on Renekton. Shen's back, so it's too late for him to do anything. He could teleport onto Renekton, but with Malphite on the scene, dodge there, barely misses, and he's unable to displace Renekton in the right direction, so Renekton's going to get away there. Failed gank by Malphite, but here at middle, Anivia's going to drop her ult, take a ton of damage from Akali, and now she's on the run. Nice wall there. Akali dashes over though, doing a bit of damage to Nundo, and Nundo's going to escape with just over 100 life left. Akali played that one really well, as Renekton is getting replaced by Shen top lane, just holding that off against Aurelia. Bottom lane, looks like they've sort of reset again. Nothing much is happening at the moment. Just sort of clearing creep waves and trying to push each other into an advantageous situation.
We actually see Graves right now putting up around almost 50 CS actually on this Corki, as well as 2 kills, and that is not good news at all.
Yeah, 102 to 53 CS in Raze's favor. Corki's really got to do some catching up. At 0 and 3, it doesn't look promising for him either. Now Leona and Corki, sorry, I'm so used to seeing pot shots as Corki with Leona.
We're gonna see a 4-man gank right here, and Nivea and Malphite are both coming down, and they're gonna take this gank and then move forward to Dragon. This is really bad for Corki and Tarek. They didn't have Tribush warded, so they have no idea what's happening.
Anivia's just going to drop onto Corki, killing him. Nundo's going to pick up the kill there on both, actually. And, yeah, That was really clean. No, barely any damage done to the two gankers, and they're going to head straight for Dragon, pushing their advantage as much as they can. Akali's going to do some damage onto middle turret, though. I don't know if it... Yeah, Anivia's going to break off and see if she can stop that. But now they know that Dragon is being contested right now, because they do have that ward placement, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything to stop it.
As of right now, nobody is going to be able to do anything to this Graves. He's just so strong
here. I think Akali just about threw her life away there, jumping in onto Leona, and yeah, they're going to punish her for that, because she's got nowhere to run right now, and Anivia just ulting straight over the invisibility bubble. Now Malphite's going to be in hot pursuit. Maybe going to land the stun, yeah. Oh, is she going to pick up 2 kills here? Shen ults in, taking out Malphite, but Akali's going to go down. And is Shen going to escape now? They've just been throwing themselves one by one into this.
Actually, this Corki needs to stick on this. He can't back off right now. That was the wrong play by Corki. That second of hesitation made him get caught behind the wall. He could have picked up the kill on Graves, and that would have put him back in this.
On the plus side, blue team did successfully defend the Dragon against red, so they didn't have that extra 190 gold, but they took a kill on Akali for their troubles, and Akali just sort of threw herself at the red team with no regard for safety. She should have waited a couple seconds, and then Shen and Corki would have been on the scene to back her up.
Right now, Akali is kind of who they need to get fed. I mean, Akali, if big enough, mid to late game, is able to carry a team, and she's going for a... She has her X-Tech revolver and her Bladgewater cutlass, so she shouldn't have too much troubles being able to kind of snowball in a roaming situation. I mean, her burst damage is just ridiculous, especially if she decides to wander bottom.
She's not quite ready to roam yet. She's still got a turret to deal with mid lane, and now Anivia's going to show up and defend that. Anivia with blue buff as well, doing a lot of damage. That spike does quite a bit if she's stunned. Malphite going to come around behind Akali now. It looks like she's in a bad situation. Akali is going to go down here, I feel like. And Malphite going to land that ult with Anivia's ult as well. That's a lot of damage onto Akali, but is Anivia going to go down here? Is her passive up? Yeah, there's the egg, and now Malphite is going to be able to clean up Akali very handily with no damage done to Anivia's score whatsoever. It's a good play there. Anivia being bait very excellently. Is Red Team finally going to move towards Dragon now? Or is it going to be another 4-man gank on bottom, it looks like?
We're going to see another 4-man gank, but Corki and Tarek are going to be more aware. If Malphite does have ult, however, he's going to be able to make something happen.
Nice dazzle.
Yeah, Malphite ult is down, so they're just going to take this tower and then freely take Dragon. I mean, blue team is really in no position unless Akali can get down there to contest.
Yeah, red team really putting on a clinic here for blue team. And Corki going to get landed on, or going to get a Zenith Blade landed on him. And Ivy going to ult, Graves going to buckshot, and Corki's just going to get, like, demolished.
And we actually might see Irelia. Nope. I don't know what that was. Shen might have had some pathing issues, but...
Now Leona in from behind that turret. She's split off from the rest of the team. Akali and Tarek going to deal a lot of damage to her. She's been exhausted. Now Malphite's here. He doesn't have quite... Oh, is he going to save her? No, not quite. But Akali's going to go down as a result. Anivia doing enough damage for pot shots to finish him off. And there goes Tarek as well. And wow, that was a good pickup from Red Team there. And they're just going to continue pushing this bottom lane. Shen's just chilling in their jungle, taking their red. He's double buffed, but he didn't help out at all in that fight. I'm not sure if his ult was down or what.
His ult's still down, but gonna be coming up shortly here, so if they have any chance at defending Dragon,
the team's gonna be turret advantage on the bottom lane. They don't have much to push before they can get to Nexus. And if they take this Dragon successfully, then their steamroll is just going to continue. They're already almost at a 10,000 gold advantage, which is sitting at 7 right now. And that's going to increase very shortly here after this Dragon is slain.
Once again, blue in no condition to contest, so kind of have to try and huddle things together and hope that poor red team makes a mistake.
Yeah, you were speaking earlier about the synergy between pot shots and drive-by punch, and we can really see it even with a character switch. Leona and pot shots just seems to click on another level. Have they been playing together for a long time, I'm guessing?
Actually they haven't. Potshots is the newest addition to their team, replacing Varno, but
okay.
The synergy between Leona and Graves, in any scenario, they're both probably two of the most aggressive champions in the game, especially in that bot lane. And just so much damage that you can't really do anything about that.
Aurelia is in a spot of trouble. We saw earlier, Malphite went down, and Aurelia followed very quickly there. Roughhide taking the kill. Leona tried to support, but blue team just caught two members of red off guard away from their team and were able to pick up 2 free kills. The score is still 14-5 in favor of red, and their gold gap is still 7,000. Leona and Anivia and Graves in middle lane now. Zenith Blade landed on Corki, and he's going to go down instantly. Tarek's going to go down real quick too, and Anivia is in hot pursuit of Shen. That wall going to go down, nicely done there, disrupting Shen's pathing, and not quite enough to kill him though. That ice spike landing, but not doing enough damage for the ult to finish him off. And now it looks like red team might be able to take this middle tower without much trouble. Akali's on the scene, but Malphite's here too. He's going to be able to ult right in, and Akali's in a bad place. Malphite lands the wheel, going to do some damage onto Akali. Akali's going to go down right away here. Oh, but is Anivia going to take enough turret damage? Ooh, wow. Anivia just barely surviving that, and that's a middle turret for red team. Red team just continues to push their advantage, and blue team, no matter what they try, it seems like they just throw themselves one after another into the wall of red, and they keep getting punished for it.
Anivia actually has egg up again, and I'm not sure if they know that kind of going into this, like how they are. And Anivia's actually going to go down, and Renekton might make it out of this alive, but Tarek will follow. And Renekton is going to go down as well.
Oh my goodness. They just threw themselves away there, and Corki's going to go down too. That's 4 kills for essentially nothing, or 3 kills for essentially nothing. Shen was nowhere to be found. Now he's just joining the fight, but he's not able to follow up on Leona, and Malphite's just going to auto-attack him down and then run off. Akali's rejoining the fight in the middle, but it's mostly dispersed by now. And two in the poop with a nice deke there, and Mr. Badassery just doesn't know what to do with that. And both his targets escape. Blue team losing a top lane turret now, and 4 turrets to 1, 20 kills to 6, 33k to 22k. This is starting to look like red has this in the bag.
Most definitely is, but I don't expect to see a GG until blue team is literally 100% certain that there's no way they're coming back.
They've been getting certain fights, they've been initiating well on the solo characters, but it seems like in a group they fall apart because red team's teamwork is just that much better. You see Akali's gonna take down Aurelia. That was really close there, and Akali able to put some points on the board for blue team, but again, that was in that solo situation when Aurelia's sort of pushing turret alone. They can't seem to put things together in team fights, and they get peeled off one by one and focused down. Well, let's see what Leona, Anivia, and Graves are going to put together mid lane here. Tarek, Corki, and Akali were making a move on Baron there, probably just setting up some wards, but Leona lands a Zenith Blade, pulling herself out of position, and Anivia just about walled herself behind that wall of ice, unable to support Leona there, and Shen's going to take blue scot-free. And a little bit of a failed engage by red, but they weren't punished for it, so they're still in a good position.
Most definitely. If Anivia would have landed either her ice ball or her wall there, things would have definitely turned out in purple team's favor instead of staying neutral.
Now, I'm not sure what blue team was trying there. They only had 3 people. Now Renekton separated. Zenith Blade landed from Leona, and Leona's going to go in there, landing a stun now. Oh my god, Tarek with a fail flash gets caught by the wall, and blue team is just going to get decimated here. Graves, Malphite, and oh my god, so many kills. Blue team is just destroyed now, and Akali's last man standing. I don't know how much longer this is going to last. Roughhide's going to make a huge mistake, dodging straight into the middle of 3 members of red team. Graves is going to get out of there with his life, and wow, blue team just gets aced with Graves sitting at under 20 hit points at that last moment there. And I think this mid turret is going to fall rather quickly now. Red team's just got too much time on their hands to be able to do enough damage to this turret, and I don't know what blue team's going to do about this. It seems like it's so heavily in red team's favor right now.
Blue team definitely shouldn't have fought there without Akali. I mean, she's really their only chance at dishing out the damage they need. If they would have had her, Anivia would have died 1 minute or like 10 seconds earlier, and that would have allowed them to kind of switch up targets and hopefully make something happen.
And look, it seems like Shen is just getting desperate here. He launched himself into the middle of 4 members of the red team, but it looks like they're turning damage around, and Corki's going to go down to Leona, but oh no, red team is just surviving with a sliver of life and doing enough damage in the right places to not die, but Aurelia's going to go down by Akali, and Renekton's got a lot of work to do to catch up. He's got 2 champions who can be killed, but maybe he's just going to finish that off. And Malphite's going to go down to Shen. He's going to try and chase Leona, but with Graves and Anivia right behind him, there's not much that's going to happen. And that's an ace for Anivia. This is going to end really soon. That's 2 aces back-to-back within, like, 2 minutes of play. And they're going to take Inhibitor right after they take... they're going to take the game, it looks like. That's going to be GG from Alberta Gaming, as Fishalicious will be your Summer's Rift 2012 champions. And, yeah. It says it all. They were extremely dominant throughout yesterday's play, and they knocked Alberta Gaming into the lower bracket. So this was almost a predetermined match, as Fishalicious just showing their teamwork, their skill, and their dominance of their champions, respectively.
As well as Alberta Gaming played, there was nothing they could do to kind of counter anything that Fishalicious threw at them, and
I think they just sort of got impatient with trying to play safely, and they wanted to make stuff happen. And when they tried doing that, they fell apart, and they gave themselves up for easy kills. And Fishalicious just too composed to let anything happen to them.
Most definitely, and once again, the bottom lane was just too much for, well, I mean, most teams in this tournament to handle.
Look at pot shots, 10-0 and 15.
Nundo as well, 9-2 and 10.
Some insane KDRs on red team. But yeah, that's the tournament. That's what we've got for you so far today, and that's going to wrap things up for us here at Overclocked. We're going to have another League of Legends tournament in a couple of months, I believe. It's usually every other month, and Overclocked is hosting a League of Legends tournament at Fragapalooza this year, which is next weekend, I believe. So if you're attending that, be sure to sign up, or at the very least stop by and see some of these guys play. Yeah, these are local teams, so if you're interested in League of Legends, you can stop by Overclocked on Thursday nights for League Night. Check them out, see what sort of tech they're playing around with. If you're not able to make the Thursday night, set aside your schedule for the next tournament. It'll be announced on Facebook and Twitter as soon as we know the details. Thank you for tuning in. I had my co-caster Zack, aka
The Fruit Dealer.
The Fruit Dealer, longtime friend of Fishalicious, and very good league commentator. He knows his stuff better than I do, so huge thanks for your help, Zack.
Not a problem. It was great commentating with you.
Yeah, I hope to see you next tournament, and all our viewers as well. We still have a tiny bit of time left for the RP giveaway, I believe, so if you got some last minute submissions, use hashtag YEG Summers Rift and follow at OK Gaming on Twitter, and we'll be giving those away very shortly, so probably within the next 30 seconds. If your tweet's not in, you're SOL. And we're just going to check how many people have entered so far and choose a winner. But in the meantime, if you've worked up an appetite, probably order some oodle noodle about now and get on with your evening. I hope everyone's enjoying their long weekend so far. Hasn't been too bad weather-wise. Probably get out to Heritage Days a couple of times. But we've got our winner now for our Twitter giveaway. It's going to be Kit, and the tweet's on the screen right now. Congratulations, Kit. We will direct message you with the RP code, and hopefully you'll be able to hook yourself up with a sweet skin. I hear Battlecast Prime Cho'Gath is really sick, but I don't know if you'll be able to afford that with $10. So it is a legendary after all. Yeah, and we've got an Oodle Noodle giveaway as well. About to announce the winner for that. And it looks like it's going to be... Oh god. Well, it looks like the Brazilian won. I'm going to report him for it. Blame him for losing lane. He was clearly jungling, so the loss was his fault. And I expect my ELO reimbursed as soon as possible. But congratulations for now. Oodle Noodle es numero uno. Wait. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.